The game Trouble at the Ranch is about this farmer, George. George is a grumpy old farmer who lives together with his wife, Violet, on a small farm.
George can talk with animals, at least he thinks he can. He can talk for hours with his pet chicken Betsy, who is also his best friend.
George has everything his little heart desires and does not need any help from others, except Violet, who makes his breakfast every morning.
But on one morning, his breakfast is missing. His wife has disappeared mysteriously and he has no clue where to find her.
George decides to start an investigation. Together with Betsy, he starts looking for clues by talking with the animals on his farm. If someone knows what happened that day, it will be the animals.
Where is my wife?
Guten Morgen, George. I don't know where she is.
George's animals are not crazy, well, not all of them. And they know what he would say in a situation like this: one good deserves another.
Would love to tell you, but, you know, one good deserves another.
Every animal on his farm has their demands, and George first has to fulfill a number of tasks before he gets his clue. He hopes these clues will eventually lead to where his wife is.
Our project group was divided into 5 teams, each responsible for a different part of the game. We only had 8 weeks to build this game, so that was a real challenge for us.
We are from the art team. We are responsible for everything that has to do with art in the game. We started off by defining the style that we wanted to achieve. We sat together and came up with our art style, and we ended up going for a very minimalistic approach where we only used 2 colors, and then we add black outlines to all the objects, so it gives a cell shading effect.
So basically we added the style, we applied it to the objects we made in a program called 3D Studio Max. From there we imported them to UDK. Last but not least, we also did a lot for the promotion team. This includes the designing and printing of posters. We also ordered a lot of DVDs. On these DVDs we put the game and we gave them a cover. And we also made a website.
The character team was responsible for modeling and animating a series of characters for the game.
We wanted to give them their own personal characteristics, so we made George look grumpy and Betsy overly attached.
We also created the gangster pigs,
The crazy cows,
the startled sheep and the lazy German shepherd,
the hyper horses,
and last but not least, the army chickens. After we sketched the models, we modeled them in ZBrush. When that was finished, we rigged and animated them in 3ds Max. We never thought we could accomplish what we've done in just 8 weeks.
We are from the sound team, so we were responsible for all the sounds in the game, which were music, voiceover, sound effects and ambient sounds.
The game was divided into 6 different levels. Each level has its own music, which has to represent the feeling of that level. We recorded all our sound effects ourselves, such as squeaking doors and footsteps. We also made a script for the voiceovers, and we found 3 voice actors who were willing to help us out.
George, good to see you. One of my horseshoes is lost.
General, what can I do you for?
Look, I'm tired and I'm hungry. Just tell me where my wife is. So I find your stupid cars and then you tell me what you heard?
Sure thing, old man.
Despite the fact that there were only 3 of us, we are happy with what we accomplished in the past 8 weeks.
We are the program team and we have made it possible to swap between the characters George and Betsy. We also made the menus, we are responsible for the movement of the bots and for the inventory. For the software we used UDK, Adobe Professional and Microsoft Visual Studio. And we only had 8 weeks to do it, but we made it.
Hello, we're from the level team from Trouble at the Ranch. And we were responsible for building the entire level, putting everything together from all the teams.
We were also responsible for the lighting, for the particles, and actually putting everything together that all the other teams made.
Our team was also responsible for building the cinematics in the game. Those were very beautiful and I am really happy of how those turned out. I made those in Matinee.
Matinee is actually part of the program called UDK. where we work with. So UDK is some kind of engine, the Unreal Engine, and we put all our stuff in that program and made our game with the UDK engine. So that's actually where we made our game, our levels with. We put everything together.
We'll hope you really enjoy the game.
Range Robot Ranch!
Volgens mij is het goed. Ik ben benieuwd.